And we now turn to this, an important story tonight. Where is Lateche Norris? The 20-year-old Indiana woman has been missing for more than 3 weeks. She was last seen in San Diego, California on November 4th. She'd flown there to be with her boyfriend, Joey Smith, who had recently left a rehab center and may have been living on the streets. The following day, on November 5th, Lateche's mother spoke with her daughter on the phone. Lateche told her mom that she had a heated argument with her boyfriend and was using someone else's phone to call her. Lateche's mom told her, "I love you." And Lateche said, "I love you more." And that was the last time the mother and daughter spoke. And if you think it sounds a lot like the Gabbypetito investigation, you are not the only one. Lateche's mother, Cheryl Walker, agrees. She says her daughter is just as important as Gabbypetito and hopes the search for her gets the same attention. And we agree with that, too. And that's why we're joined right now by Lateche's mother, Cheryl. She joins us. Cheryl, I spoke with you earlier today. I am so sorry that we are talking with you under these circumstances. I have been following this case closely on social media over the last couple of days. We are hoping by sharing the story, it will somehow help to bring your daughter home. There are a few key points I want to go through with you. Your daughter went to San Diego 3 weeks ago. Can you explain why she was there and sort of walk us through the final days before you lost contact with her?
Sure. She boarded a plane to come out here and save her boyfriend, who was supposed to come out here and go to rehab. He has an addiction issue. She doesn't, but that was part of what started the arguments and everything that led up to the 4th when they fought again when she got out here.
And I know, Cheryl, the last time that your daughter called you, it was from someone else's cell phone. Whose phone was that? And am I correct? Was it outside of 7-Eleven when she called you?
I don't know if she was outside of the 7-Eleven when she called. It was reported that she was seen outside the 7-Eleven the night prior, but I don't know specifically where she was when she called. But I don't know whose phone it was. It was, I didn't want to, ask her 20 questions at the time. I could tell she was a little frantic, and she was, obviously, she had been stranded at best and either didn't have her cell phone. I didn't know if maybe it was dead at the time or if she'd lost it or someone took it. But I could hear a man's voice in the background, and she made it clear she didn't have anything to write down the phone number. She asked for the number that her boyfriend was calling from the night before. So I gave her the number, and then I said, you call me back.
Is it unusual, Cheryl, for her to not call and to just sort of go off the radar?
Absolutely. I mean, a couple days is, nothing of a concern. But given the circumstance, that's something I needed to hear back from her and know that she was okay.
And we know that Lateche's boyfriend, Joey Smith, had a history with substance abuse and a lot of other issues, which I'm going to get into a moment because it's alarming when you look into this guy's past. But Lateche, she did not have an issue with drugs. Is that right? That's what you were explaining to me earlier on the phone.
Right. No, she's never had any experience with drugs.
And what about, you've been going to homeless camps and tents, and you've been on the street in San Diego for days, literally just pounding the pavement. Is there any reason to believe that she could be at a homeless shelter or living in a tent city or something like that?
Not of free will. If that's the case, it's not of free will. And, we're following after different leads, but when we're searching in those areas, I'm looking for Joey. So I don't believe
Joey,
that my daughter, her boyfriend.
And you bring up Joey, Joey Smith. We looked into him today, and you have too, and his past is pretty alarming. He is a convicted arsonist, among other things. Police say he vandalized and torched more than a dozen cars back in 2014. He even has to register now as an arsonist for the rest of his life. What did you know about Joey? Were you concerned that your daughter was dating this man?
Well, I just found out about, the Aptos arsonist. I think it was probably about a week and a half ago. I didn't know that he had that history. We really didn't know anything about his history. We didn't like it from the beginning. I mean, he definitely, first of all, he was 6 years older than her when they started dating, and it was just too many red flags popping up.
How did they meet?
They met through, it was a mutual friend. Somehow he wound up in Indiana, where we live. They met at a mutual friend's house. He did tattoos on the side, and Tasia was interested in learning how to do tattoos, so there was your conversation starter. Just kind of went from there.
Do you have any reason to believe that Joey may have hurt your daughter? I know they had some domestic issues in the past. I know this isn't easy to talk about, but I mean, was he abusive to your daughter in the past?
They both definitely, there's a domestic element there. I wasn't there for any of these, so I can't say, for certain what was going on. But from what I've gathered and everything that she's told me, she didn't realize that he was an addict at first until they got all the way out to California the first time. And then when she did, that was upsetting. But there was also an element of, it seems like when he wasn't using, I don't know if maybe he was going through withdrawals or what it was, but he would get very irritated and agitated and wouldn't let her out of his sight. So this caused arguments, and I don't know, what transpired to lead to that, but I can tell you that my daughter is not the type that's going to let any man put his hands on her, grab at her, pull at her. She's going to defend herself, but I taught her to do so.
And I know you call Lateche your mini-me. You are very, very close to her. And your story has really taken hold with a lot of people because you left Indiana and you flew out to San Diego, and you are now committed to staying there and finding your daughter. And one thing that has been frustrating to hear as I followed this case is your experience with San Diego police. I know I spoke with you earlier on the phone. You told me you were going to meet with the detective. Is there an update, and are they now assisting you in the search for your daughter?
Now, yes. They are following leads. I haven't officially seen it, but I've been told that they have changed her from being at risk and missing to at risk. But again, I haven't been able to confirm that. But they are working towards it now. I just hope it's not too late.
What does your heart tell you right now? I've done a lot of missing persons cases, and a lot of times a mom's heart will lead people in the right direction. Obviously there's a reason you're in California, up all day long and night, literally banging on doors. What's your heart telling you right now?
That she needs help. She's not out here living her wild and free 20-year-old life or decided to be sovereign and transient. She needs help. She is in danger. And I don't for certain, if it wasn't Joey, if he didn't hurt her or was the cause of her being hurt or unable to contact me, then someone else was. And they had to have done something to him as well, or he wouldn't be ignoring everyone and dodging everyone. I can't ignore the facts.
Basically missing right. Yeah, Joey's basically missing right now too, right, Cheryl?
Yes, in a sense. He's logged on to his social media. He's updated his Facebook story on November 13th. So I don't know.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.